You saw the masterpiece. She looks a lot like you, wrapping her left arm around your right, ready to walk you through. Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm doing Masterpiece by Big Thief. This one was a request, and guess what? I am seeing them live later tonight. And I'm a big fan. It's not my first time seeing them live. I think that Adrian Lenker is one of the very best songwriters of our generation. And this song is pretty simple to play on piano. Let's jump in. Okay, so first off, I recommend you get the chords and lyrics chart. There's a link down in the description that'll help you follow along and see where the chords and the lyrics line up with each other. And there's only 4 chords in this song, 2 of which we'll use in the intro. Here's the chord progression for the intro. So let's start there. We've got this C sharp minor. So I'm using my left hand thumb on C sharp there, and then this is an inversion in the right, thumb on G sharp, third finger on C sharp, pinky on E. And then we've also got this E major chord, also an inversion. Left hand pinky does E down there, and then thumb on G sharp, second finger on B, pinky on E there. Now notice in the right hand, the only thing that changes between those two is the middle note. So third finger to second finger, and then we're just going thumb to pinky there. And we're in 4/4 time. I'm thinking of it as kind of a fast 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 counts for each of these measures. And you might notice there's those 2 little weird slashes at the beginning. That first C sharp minor is kind of like a pickup note into the first full measure. So we just kind of count out 1, 2, 3, 4. That C sharp minor hits on beat 3 of that incomplete measure, and then we land on the E. The other thing to notice is that middle measure has the E and the C sharp. That measure split in half, so it's 2 counts on that E. Well, really it's 6 counts on the E because we're still holding it from the second measure, and then on beat 3 of that measure we hit the C sharp. I'll show you what I mean. So the counting of that whole line would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just kind of held the E there for the 2 measures at the end. Now there's a really cool but totally optional rhythm that I'm gonna do whenever it's kind of hanging out on the E's, and I'm gonna use it throughout the song. So let's just take a look at it now. It's gonna sound like this. So we need to be thinking in eighth notes, dividing the beat in half, thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then highlighted are the counts you actually play on. So on beat 1 you do together. Just hold the left. On beat 3 you do right, and then starting on beat 4, just on every eighth note for a little bit, you just go back and forth, left, right, left, right, left. That's 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 on the right. I'll count that a few times really slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 together. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's a really fun rhythm to get in your muscle memory, not just for this song, but so now the intro with that will sound like. Years, days, so that would be going into the verse. Here's the chord progression for that. Only 3 chords in here, one of which is the E we were just using. We've also got an A, so A major, second finger on A there, and then A, C sharp, and E there. And then we're also gonna need some B's, and for that, the right hand can just step up here, B, D sharp, and F sharp, using my thumb on the B bass note there. So I'm gonna count it off and just slowly sing through this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Years, days, makes no difference to me, babe. You look exactly the same to me. 2, 3, 4, and again 2, 3, 4, then A again. Ain't no time crossing your legs inside the diner, raising your coffee to your lips, the steam. 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. That's the whole verse. Now, I think we want to get a little bit more energy out of our playing, so I would definitely suggest not only hitting the right hand on beat 1, but also beat 3 to kind of get that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using the sustain pedal too, by the way, just with a quick little lift every time the chord changes. So I think that sounds really good. One other layer that we could add is hitting left-hand bass notes in addition to on the first count of the measure on beat 4. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You could even sometimes do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the bass on the record does hit on beat 2 sometimes. And then one last little trick I like here for the verses is when you're going from the A to the E. If you are doing the hit on beat 4, you could do a B, like step up and then down a fifth to the E bass note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I think that sounds really nice as well. And then of course we hit the chorus. Here are the chords for that, and we already have talked about all of these chords. Just right off the bat, I'm just gonna do that full rhythm we were just talking about. And the second line there is kind of a callback to the intro, or maybe the intro was foreshadowing the chorus. But when we get to the E at the beginning of the second line there, I'm probably gonna do the 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rhythm we talked about, and then C, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So I'll sing through the whole thing a little bit slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. You saw the masterpiece. She looks a lot like you. Wrapping her left arm around your right, ready to walk you through the night. And then we would just be rolling right into the next verse. One last thought here. To give this chorus more power, I might do some octaves here. Definitely on the A for you saw the master. Maybe coming up to the E octaves there if that doesn't sound great on a lot of pianos. Or you could just do the octaves on the A and then do second finger on E. I think that's gonna sound really nice, just with all the same rhythms we've been talking about. And then after ready to walk you through, when it goes to the second line, I'll probably go back to the single notes just so we can kind of transition back to where we want to be in the verses with the single bass notes. We're pretty much done here. I want to mention the guitar solo section, which is just a verse. It's just a pass through all the verse chords with no singing. If you have a guitar player with you, they can do a guitar solo. In the absence of that, I might just do a few things to spice it up. Some little like sus2 fills. This is the kind of stuff that I talk about in my piano chord breakthroughs course. Just like little arpeggios and doing like a mix of octaves and then single bass notes. So don't feel like you have to reproduce exactly what I do in that section, but hopefully you can find a little freedom in your playing and just mess around there a little bit. Final thing to mention is the last chorus. Here's the chords for that. Looks just like the other choruses, except there is an extra C sharp minor to E at the very end. So from the B at the end of the first line, we've got ready to walk me through the night. And then ending on that E there. And then the song is over. Okay, thank you for sticking with me. I am now going to do a full cover so you can see how all the parts fit together. And just so there's no confusion, this is the original key, but I'm singing it an octave lower than Adrian. But if your voice sounds better an octave up, that'll be great. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Also, please subscribe to the channel. If you are not already, click the bell so you know when I put out more videos like this one, and leave a request down in the comments. Like I said, this one was a request. Okay, here's my version of Masterpiece. Years, days, makes no difference to me, babe. You look exactly the same to me. Ain't no time crossing your legs inside the diner, raising your coffee to your lips, the steam. You saw the masterpiece. She looks a lot like you, wrapping her left arm around your right, ready to walk you through the night. You whisper to a restless ear, can you get me out of here? This place smells like piss and beer. Can you get me out? You were asking me lot like you, wrapping her left arm around your right, ready to walk you through the night. Old stars filling up my throat. You gave them to me when I was born. Now they're coming out. Laying there on the hospital bed, your eyes were narrow, blue and red. You took a draw of breath and said to me, you saw the masterpiece. She looks a lot like me, wrapping my left arm around your right, ready to walk you through the night. Old friends, old mothers, dogs and brothers, there's only so much letting go you can ask someone to do. So I'll keep you by my side